ClassicGameRoom.com.
Welcome to Classic Game Room. Do you guys remember Top Gun 2, the one where Tom Cruise teams up with Will Smith to fight RoboCop and the Highlander, only to lose by decapitation, explosion, and freezing? No? It's a great movie, and this is the game, Top Gun 2. Second mission, but who's counting? Top Gun 2 is a great movie that you don't hear much about. I have it on Laserdisc, and it's got one of the greatest theme songs ever. Top Gun 2! Mullet and Flat Top versus RoboCop and Highlander fighting alligators in space. It just doesn't get any better than that. Sadly, the game isn't quite as good, and not nearly as quotable, with such memorable one-liners as, "Stop looking up my kilt, RoboCop," and "Duck, he's throwing Dianetics at us." Directed by Steven Seagal with music by Vanilla Ice, I think it's impossible to capture the sheer awesomeness of Top Gun 2 in a video game, which is why they didn't. It's Top Gun Second Mission. No relation to the movie, which may be on Netflix, I'm not sure. You'll just have to look. I have it on a bootleg Laserdisc from Denmark. Top Gun, the video game, was super cool and really popular when it came out on the NES, with dogfighting action that showed what an 8-bit video game system was really capable of. Although for many, the most memorable part of the game was the pain of landing your F-14 Tomcat on an aircraft carrier. I may be the only person alive who was actually able to do that. I was better at landing the plane than blowing up things with it. Now this game completely flips that around. The dogfighting is impossible and landing the plane is extremely easy. Everything else in Top Gun Second Mission, except the landing, is more intense and more extreme with lots of flicker. The music is really good though. In fact, that's the best part of it. The combat is just absurd. After the first 2 or 3 waves, there's no guessing at all. It's all straight memorization. The enemies come at you from exactly the same spot each time and shoot you so quickly that you'd better just memorize where they're going to be and blow them up before they're there. And that takes pretty much all of the fun out of the game. If you don't just know where that last guy is going to be, you'll get destroyed, and double tapping left or right does a barrel roll about 50% of the time. It's like they were hoping to cash in on the success of Top Gun 2, but since the movie never really took off, they just decided to scrap the project halfway through or something, and it feels like an unfinished game. I don't know why the movie didn't do better. Maybe it's because it got an X rating. Personally, I thought the RoboCop sex scene was cool. Pardon me? Do you have an aircraft carrier upon which I can land this plane? It's just such a quotable movie. And so well made. I thought casting Tom Skerritt as Michael Ironside and Michael Ironside as Tom Skerritt was brilliant. And in the end, they both get eaten by alligators. I love it. More than this game, at least, Top Gun Second Mission fails to live up to the Top Gun franchise. Don't even get me started on the third movie. You know, the one where Kid and Play are framed for stealing donuts from the donut shop and end up on an aircraft carrier that goes back in time to fight the Battle of Britain in World War II for the Japanese. They didn't even get their facts straight. Although the soundtrack was very good. I'd avoid this game, although I'm glad to have played it because I didn't know it existed until a copy was sent to the show by Sergio Matthias from Paulínia, Brazil. Interestingly, this has a 1 and 2 player versus mode, so maybe they were trying to make a dogfighting game and then realized that it wasn't very good at all and then tried to make another lengthy Top Gun style game. Only it didn't turn out too good either. Yeah, so I just pass on this. Save your money for the Laserdisc. Thanks again, Sergio, and stop looking up my kilt, RoboCop. Oh man, it's funny every time. Bitches, please, land the plane! There can be only 1 or 2, maybe 3, 4 at most immortals in the room at the same time, and you, Maverick, are not one of them. No, bad RoboCop, bad. Damn it, someone get a mop.